This is a 1938 Chevy, Australian built Chevy by Holden's, as you can tell by the ribs on the roof. And we have just done a 5-inch roof chop. But today we are going to attempt to make all of our work look all rusty and matching. We're going to try to sand some patina and get some colour back out of it, put our patina juice on, and then the fun will start. We're going to try to get it off this chassis and on to its chassis. So stick around, see if we pull any of it off. So, what we want to do is, we want this to rust. So as you can see, it's already started on the roof. It's been outside for 2 days. I think we had a bit of rain the other night or whatever, and it's already started to rust up a little bit, as you can see here. So it is working, but we just want it to do it quickly, and we want it more even. So we are going to speed the process up. Now we've still got to do some work on our pillars, but that's not going to bother us because we're actually going to pretty much, they're getting a little bit of fiberglass over the top once they're all finished because of the amount of lead that was in there, and then they will get a little bit of fake patina paint. But none of this is this, we're just going to rust. So the plan is, what we're going to try to do is we're going to grab some hydrochloric acid. So I've got my glove on. Woohoo! So we've got some hydrochloric acid here. So this is dangerous stuff. So you do whatever you think best. But we're going to put a bit of that in here. Boom. Don't breathe it in. You can see the fumes. It's not real cool stuff. So you wear your PPE as you see fit. So we've got a paintbrush over here. We've got a paintbrush here. I'm going to try it with a paintbrush first. So dip that in there. And now let's just put a little bit on and see what happens. Eh? So that is our plan of attack. At the moment, we're just going to paint a bit of this on. Don't get too carried away there, Turbo. And we will see what it does. I'll go stick you over there, and you can see that, but it's doing some weird stuff already. And we will go and we'll throw this on, and we may even get the heat gun out and heat it up and see what it does. Hopefully it works. Alrighty, well, there we go. Now we put the acid on and it didn't really seem to be doing anything. I put the heat gun on, it still wasn't doing much. And when I seen old mate do it, it reacted instantaneously. So I don't know if we got weaker acid, or if I didn't, maybe I had to mix it up a bit. But anyway, I then just when I stuff it, I'll rinse it off and I'll just start sanding it. And what I did like though is where it ran, like that's pretty cool where it ran. Now I know you can use hydrochloric acid to remove rust, but it's also meant to make stuff rust as well. So it's a bit of a weird one, but yeah, we got a couple of these runs, and I reckon they look insane. There's a couple over there too. Up in here there's some, and I think it looks really cool, the runs. So I may actually do a little bit. As you can see, there's a few on the back as well. I may actually come through and add a little bit of that stuff here and there and get it to do some runs like that around the place, because I think it looks pretty cool. So anyway, a little bit here happened. Oh yeah, just eat a bit of paint off. It's like I like it doing that. So we may do a bit more of that. But anyway, it's rusting up now. It's, as you can see, it's funking up a little bit. So we've gone over with the Scotchy on our first pass. There's still a few little pieces to do, but we've brought so much character out. Now with this, you can scrub. The more you want to scrub, the more you'll do. So and here, like that's like a little bit of rust starting on top of the paint. The more you scrub that, the more you'll come back to a cleaner paint, but you also will then burn through. So, you know, you just got to do what you think. So here we've sort of gone back to the next layer. So I'm not sure if that's a grey undercoat there. I'm thinking it is. You know, we've exposed some red down here, some creamy, whitish creamy grey, some dark greys. You know, we've got some whitey bits. Like it's pretty damn awesome at the moment. I'm pretty happy with it. Now, remembering we've still got to do some rust repairs and stuff here and there. Now on this door, look at the door now. Like, we've changed this up so like we've promoted this sign writing that was in it. So I think what's happened is, I think this door was sign written, and then I think it might have been painted the cream colour, and then the brown over the top is what I'm thinking. So yeah, we've got a bit more of that popping through. You know, we've got some bluey colours popping out, some yellows, like rusty brown. Look, it is pretty damn cool. All right, we need to do a bit more on the front of the roof, and we need to do a bit. We haven't even touched this here. We'll probably do a bit more across here, but look at all this colour that was starting to pop out of it. I pretty much like it now. You would have seen me doing this, so I've kind of let the cat out of the bag. I am going to use this nose cone. Okay, and we come over onto this door, and like, you know, we couldn't see any of this before, and like, look at that. That's from the acid. So I'm going to try to do a bit more of that, I think. And like, yeah, we've brought out all this on the sign writing. Looks like there was a circle here originally. So yeah, we'll do a bit more tomorrow. It's getting dark now, so tomorrow we will do a bit more on the sanding. We'll do some more fiberglassing on these pillars. We'll get them done. We'll see what's going on with these rust. If not, we'll add a different acid into it and try to get that happening more. And yeah, get the cab off the chassis, put our patina juice on. I think this car, truck, hot rod, whatever you want to call it, I think that's looking pretty cool. I like it. Some of you may hate this look. You're saying, oh, you should paint it. Well, I actually really like this sort of stuff, and this one's just cool. But yeah, we've definitely brought a fair bit back out of it from what it was. And the reason I like it is you can't paint like this. You can't replicate this. We ain't going anywhere and pulling up next to a 38 Chevy that's looking like that ever. If you're new and you haven't seen it, there it is. That's what's going on. Righty, Rudy. Forgot to call in. Hey, that's a bit stupid, wasn't it? So anyway, we have it on the ground. Got quite a bit done. We welded up that little patch on the door. We welded up the pillar. We took the petrol tank out, cut the petrol tank, and we've started cutting the framey thing here out. We cut the bolts off and got that off the chassis. What else did we do? If we stand back, as you see, all our little... So I went and got some more acid, and I close this door and have a look. And we put some more acid around, see? And I got it to run. I thought it looked pretty cool. Some more down here. Hey, I did a bit on the firewall. It's a bit hard to notice on there. We'll come around here. Yeah, so this is what I did. Ooh, dodgy. Yeah, that's what I did. I thought that looked pretty groovy. All around there. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. That looked pretty good. Anyway, made it look like little stains, and just put more in the cab, like more of all this multi-coloured, Technicolor dream coat. Our rust is rusting. So yeah, we welded up the pillar over there. We then put fiberglass on both of them, and then I've come along with some pressure packs. I've grabbed a whole heap of colours over there. Well, we had a red and a copper, a brown, cream, blue, and like a khaki tanny colour, and we give a little bit of a everywhere. And then I've come in with the scotchy and just scotchied it up, and well, looks alright, doesn't it? Because it stops here. That's original, and it stops there. That's original. So it actually, they don't look too bad, eh? Looks alright, I think. So, you know, it's not perfect, but it's... Here's the other one. So we've thrown it heap of different colours. So we've got a bit of blue showing, which is, we've got some blue down there showing, haven't we? We've got red, because look, we've got red showing here. The greys, we've got greys, yellows. So, you know, that's what we did. So we didn't get too fussy, but yeah, we've given that, we just gave that a fiberglass and 80 gridded it. We didn't get fussy. We didn't skim coat it afterwards. We did none of that, because it is a ratter, remember. So our rust is happened. We've got our staining. We got the cab off the chassis. We got the nose cone off as well. So this is our nose cone that we're going to run. I've taken that in and had a little look-ski at it, and I think we're going to have to wait until this goes on and to work out exactly. I'm not going to notch this yet. It will work, I think, but yeah, I don't want to notch it because I want to make sure that the top of this and the top of this are pretty even, I think. But we want to get that as low as we can to the ground, of course. But with the top of that and top of that. Now, I had the sides, the little vertical sides on the front of that. I had someone contact me last night who had been watching one of the videos and asked if I would sell them to him, and well, no good to me, I'm not using them. So I said, yeah, no dramas, mate. So anyway, he came and picked them up today, and he told me a couple of good little pointers with this, and that is that we are not allowed to run airbags here in these. Yep, I won't get it registered if I put the airbags in it. So I was going to put airbags. I was thinking of putting airbags in and slamming it onto the ground, and I will not get it registered if I do that. So that's one thing. And the other thing is, there's a rule which I won on you, is that you've got to be able to see out of here 11 meters out out there. So 11 meters, I don't know. It's like 35 feet or something, approximately. You've got to be able to see the ground. Okay? Out there. You've got to be able to see the ground. The other thing is, I'm not sure, we've got to find out, but you've got to be able to see the traffic lights as well. So if I channel this too much and my head is up in here and I don't have very good vision going up, so we're going to have to think about that. We're going to have to be able to see up a fair bit. You know, we probably have to see up there, I don't know. So this is what we have to deal with over here, is we have rules. So that's two things I'm going to have to take into consideration, because I sat that on the ground and I think it looks magnificent, and I went, I've got to airbag this and have it so it sits like that. So when I pull up, I just go, psh, let the bags out and drop that on the ground. And I went, that's going to look insane. Like, look where it is. Hey? Halfway up my stomach. But I can't do it. I can't run airbags. And we're going to have to be careful how low we go with the channeling. So my plan is you can see it has approximately 4 inches of channeling already. And my plan is to put another try and do another 4 inches, to do 4 more inches. So it's around between 7 and 9 inches channeled. Then it will look pretty low on that, and I'll have full suspension. So that is what I'm going to aim for. Anyway, there's enough dribbling. I just thought I'd touch in, show you where we're at. So yes, we've fiberglassed the pillars, we've painted the patina on the pillars, we've welded them up, and we've got our little acid dribbles. So now, before I go in tonight, I am going to, that's right, we have got our patina juice. If you haven't seen how we mix this up, you'll have to go and have a little look at the Bedford video. But here's all the stuff. We did everything that no one says to do. Made it completely different to everyone else. And it works a treat. So I'm going to rub that all over it, because I want to see what it looks like. And then I'm going inside and having my dinner. All right, a Rooney. I'm a little bit speechless. As you can see, we've got our little fire over there, which is our rag, our patina juice rag. Always make sure you burn them, boys, because they can spontaneously combust. There, I spat it out. Now, we're walking around with an extension lead because the camera is going to die any second, so we're trying to charge. But anyway, we'll just look at the nose cone first. Yeah, I'm speechless. Oh man. So there's our nose cone. Okay, nice. Yes, looks nice, doesn't it? And then like, just drop your eyes on this. I don't know. I don't know what you guys think about this, but to me, this is jaw-droppingly good. Now, I was actually going to paint the 32. Remember, this was the 32 fiberglass, and I had actually mixed up a brown. I'd mixed up like an antique-looking brown that had heaps of pearl in it. It's a little bit like a BMW colour, sorry. It's a mixture between an antique brown and a BMW colour, but on steroids. It was made of 90% pearl. And that is what I was thinking of painting the 32 brown. Because I have a thing at the moment that I think brown is going to come back in a big way. Now, look at it. This is way better than any paint, I'm telling you. I think this is magnificent. Everywhere you look, there's something going. I don't even mind the chop, the rust chop, you know, our chop lines. I don't mind it. I reckon it looks wicked. I reckon this looks absolutely insane. You know what I mean? Like, this hasn't, we've stopped. Basically, that will probably stop rusting there, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh, look at this. This just looks beautiful. There's our little blend we did, our little painted blend, which, you know, that works. Because it's just like, have a look at it. A little bit of sign writing in there. Some brown paint, blue, red primers underneath, and then back to greys, and then around the back we're more cream and white, and then the roof's got a brown and grey and red, and like this is, I know I'm probably dribbling, but this in the flesh is absolutely amazing. Well, let's check this out. It's amazing. It looks jaw-dropping good, so I can't wait. So we'll probably let that dry. We'll see what it's like. We'll see. Might go out tomorrow, I'm not sure, or I might put it on the chassis and we'll move some stuff around in there, and we'll bring the chassis out. We'll pick it up. I'll check it out. Yeah, and then that blends up, so it actually works. See, there's our fakey bit, and then but we got this is all ridge. I don't know. It looks amazing, guys. It absolutely looks amazing. I'm very happy camper. Very, very happy. So anyway, we'll see what happens. We'll drop that on the chassis, and yeah. All right. Right, a Rooney. Well, there it is. It's almost fits perfect. Anyway, there's our seat in it, just sitting in there. So that's just sitting, just dropped straight down. As you can see, it notches in, fits there. If we come around to the front, it fits in there, that lands on the chassis. And if we go inside, yeah, our original body mounts line straight up on the chassis. So now we've boxed that in, but we would have to probably weld plates, another plate there, and then probably, you know, drill and bolt here is what we do there. And then back here, it's landing on our other, we've got another plate back here somewhere on the chassis that it's resting on. So see, it's sort of that. So if we want to channel it down more, we will have to cut that bracket there off, and we'll have to do something down at the back here where we've got this other bracket that runs off our chassis, and then notch there and notch up in here a bit. So we can definitely channel it easy, like we've made this. So we've got room behind our distributor. There's room off the trans. It's pretty cool, eh? So if we come around the driver's side, we'll go sit in it, eh? So you can see what I'm going to see. At the moment there is a heap of room. I have the seat can go back more once I chop this out too. Then the seat will come back. Just make sure I'm not ripping it there. The seat can come back like another inch. So when we get in here, oh yeah. So that's my head height there. And look at the headroom I have. Heaps of headroom. And like I've said, see if you can see the seat. The seat actually pushes your bum forward. That's how I made it. So you're sort of like half laying in it. So that's my eyes there. So that's what I'm seeing. So pretty good, eh? I think. Pretty good vision. Where it is, heaps of headroom. It's actually really comfy. As you can see, it's a bigger cab. It's a bigger cab than the 32 was, that's for sure. Heaps of room, heaps of leg room. It's pretty good. I like driving. Yeah, this will be comfy where it is now. It would definitely be comfy. So I'm humming and hawing because this one this is probably gonna be one that gets driven a lot, I'd say. I think the Oakland will as well, but the Oakland will be pick your day, you know, because it's convertible. Like even though we're going to put a top on it, it will still be, you know, we might throw an aircon in here, maybe, I don't know. I'm not even sure if I'm going to put windows in, but we may still throw a little aircon in it. Perhaps, don't know, we'll see. Getting old, you need aircons, don't you? Anyway. So, my issue being, if we come over here and have a little look-ski, is it does look quite high. That's my only issue, is we've got a lot of room there. So channeling it, we could gain a bit. Now, I was just thinking before, our other option is we could probably add a piece of body onto the bottom. If we added another 4 inches along the bottom there, it would make it look lower. The nose cone is just sitting there. That would have to come down a little bit lower, and it will get notched in on the rails. So it will go back quite a ways. Probably got to go back. I'm actually thinking that the little chassis tips, I'm thinking of them sticking out like 2 or 3 inches out of the front of it, is sort of what I'm thinking. So yeah, for you, imagine taking that back maybe 6 inches or so. 6 or 8 inches back further. So that's, drop your comments on this nose cone, because yeah, I'm not sure. So it's got to come down probably 3 or 4 inches. So I was looking at that, not you. So it's probably got to come to that level. So I want it like there. So it's probably got to come down to just above where the chrome is now, top of it. and back that way 6 inches or so, and of course be laying back a little bit. I was looking at these guards. Now, of course, this is, I'm pretty sure, a Dodge nose cone. There are Chevy guards, and they will nearly match into that curve. They'll get very close. And if you look at the running boards, they would make this thing look really low. So that's our other option, is we put those guards on, we do run the guards, we marry them up into this nose cone, and we run the running boards, and that will make it look low. But I was trying to make an open wheeler, but I don't know what I'm going to do. But then it doesn't really, I don't have back guards, and it doesn't suit what I was planning on the back. So I was trying to make an open wheeler. Immediately we can drop the front a little bit with springs. We could probably put softer springs in the back too. We probably may have to, because the back, I can actually lift the back of this thing up myself like a wheelbarrow. So yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what to do. I'm gonna have to think about this for a bit. Drop your comments on what you think. I've got 5 inches of headroom in there, so we could channel it 2 more inches easily and still have good vision and still have plenty of headroom, but we're only gaining 2 inches. We could also, another option is we lengthen the rocker down a bit, make that a bit lower to make it look lower, or we run the guards and the running boards. And then, do we like this nose cone? I know it looks like a bit like a shark's head at the moment because it's sitting in the wrong spot, but I sort of need to get a bit of a grasp of whether I want to run it before I go chopping it up. So anyway, there we go. There's our little 283 Chev. So if you ever run, for new people, this is a 1933 Chevy chassis. It's a 283 Chev that I've just built out of I think it came out of a 59, a 57 or a 59 Chev. It's a 3-speed manual. The seat there we made ourselves, and we've got a heap of red leather interior, red leather to do door cards and stuff. We're not quite sure what else we're doing. Now we do have a little something for here, but you're going to have to wait till next episode for that, for what I do there. So I think what we'll do is, I think in the next one, I think we might just rip one of those guards and running boards off and just dummy fit it on here and have a look. We've got another nose cone, which I was using on this, a brass one, we could look at. And up there, I do have a Studebaker nose cone there. What else have I got up there? I've got another Bedford nose cone. I don't think that really will suit it. What else we got lying around? I might have another one somewhere too. So anyway, drop your comments on what your thoughts are of all of this. What I've done to the body, the look, the chop, the patina, what my plans are, and yeah, if you've got some ideas, throw me your ideas on the mock-up of this. With that being said, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.